So in tonight's video, I'm going to be covering a handful of Black Ops Cold War leaks that I know a lot of you guys will be excited for. A couple things before I get into the video. The first and most obvious one is that if you don't want to get anything spoiled for yourself, you shouldn't be here in the first place. This is a leak video, so I'm going to be discussing a lot of things that, you know, you wouldn't otherwise know about unless you actually waited until the season came out, the season 1. Second of all, I'm not going to be including any images in this video either, which is probably not something you're unfamiliar with hearing when it comes to leaked videos, because none of us want to get strikes from Activision on our channel, because if that were to happen, I wouldn't be able to upload for a whole week, and that would suck like a lot. I'll leave some links to the leaks in the description and in the pinned comment as well, but don't be surprised if you get taken to like a deleted tweet or a deleted thread, because leaks will actively get taken down all the time, so that the people who make the actual accounts, whether that be a Facebook, a Twitter, or an Instagram, don't receive DMCAs, don't get their accounts suspended, permanently banned, whatever it may be. We just don't want to have any of that type of stuff, so don't be surprised if the links take you to deleted tweets and threads. I have a handful of notes and pointers that I want to cover here over here in the video. So if you want to skip over to certain things, scroll along the timeline of the video, and there should be chapters that you can actually click on that would take you to the certain things. So if you want to know about Mastercrafts or Nuketown or Raid, which we're all going to be talking about in the video, you can go specifically straight to them. Just thought I'd put that out there, just in case it's you know, one specific thing you want to find or know about. So the first thing I wanted to discuss is something pretty exciting, and I know a lot of you guys will like it. We're going to start off the video with a bang. So we're going to be talking about the potential of Raid returning as a remastered map, remastered map in Black Ops Cold War. Now I'm going to put up the screenshot of the original Raid, the screenshot you've seen everywhere, and then I'm going to try and explain the Cold War leak for Raid. So basically, the screenshot shown is going to be a lot more blue colors. It's got like a blue tinge to it, I guess you could say. And then the screenshot leaked has warmer colors. I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird to explain, but it's like warmer colors. It's not as much of a blue tinge. It's more of like an orangey tinge, I guess you could say. There's also a completely different car within the screenshot as well. The one you'll see on screen is more like a yellow sports car. This is more of an old school, I guess a muscle car, you could say. It's a red muscle car. Doesn't look anything like a Mustang, but that's like the best thing I could, you know, compare it to at least. Click the link in the description. Hopefully you can get taken to it, and then you'll be able to understand further. That's what I'm going to have to do with a lot of these things where I can't directly show you. It's going to be a little bit weird. First time I've done this as well, so, you know, give me a bit of a break. I think this would be absolutely amazing. I just really, at this point with remastered maps, man, they come back to the game and then they just get absolutely shat on by the way the player base is nowadays. A lot of people camp, a lot of people sweat, a lot of people try their asses off, and not that there wasn't that in Black Ops 2 when this was a thing, you know, when this map first came out. It's just that it's more apparent now. I mean, look at Crash and Modern Warfare. That got brought back and it was much worse than when I remember it. Even though I didn't play that map a lot, it was much worse. So many people camped on that map. The windows were people's best friends. The next thing that I want to cover, and something I'm personally really excited about, is the return of Mastercrafts. In Modern Warfare, we had blueprints for our weapon bundles, and in Black Ops 4, for the weapon bundles, we had Mastercrafts. There were different variations of the Mastercrafts. Some would give you certain XP boosts and everything like that, but I'm personally just really excited to hear Mastercrafts returning. I always thought that was such a cool name for them, whereas Blueprint was kind of bland and just, you know, like a typical name for something like that. But Mastercrafts returning is really awesome, and two specific ones I'm very excited about, and I'm going to be covering and buying as soon as they come out, is the mint condition bundle and the rocket science bundle. These two are for the AK-74U and the AK-47. Mint condition is for the 74U, and the best way I can describe this Mastercraft is it's like an old retro style space weapon. It's got that old retro look to it, which would obviously fit this game. It looks really awesome. And then as for the AK-47, it kind of speaks for itself. It's the rocket science pack, so it does look very military-esque, you know, it's got like a rocket theme to it. It speaks for itself, but the mint condition one kind of doesn't really, you know, describe the space gun theme going with the 74U, and it's on the 74U as well, which is one of my favorite SMGs, so it just goes perfectly. The next map that I'm able to describe as best as possible, because you guys have literally played this map, and that is the Nuketown Christmas night mode, which is going to be really awesome and kind of AIDS at the same time. So if you played any of the night modes within Warzone, whether that be solos, duos, or trios, it wasn't the best time. Anyway, we have a Nuketown Christmas version at night, which is kind of cool and stuff. The map looks really good. I just don't know how much of a fan I'm going to be with this player base yet again, man. A game can be as good as it can be, but if the players find a way to just make matches annoying, if there's any player base that's going to do that, it's this player base. But it looks really cool though. I just wanted to bring that up. It's amazing, and I'm excited for it. Obviously, I'll play it, cover it, all that type of stuff. Now, as for the Season 1 Battle Pass within Black Ops Cold War, all of the skins have been leaked. They all look very cool. The Tier 1 skin, Now, as for the Battle Pass, all of the Season 1 skins have been leaked within Cold War, and they look pretty cool, honestly. I mean, I don't have too much to say about them. It's nothing like mind-blowing, oh my god, there's no way he's that character, but they look cool. They're nothing insane, but they fit the game, they look great. The Tier 1 skin specifically, I have a few more things to say about. If I was to look at this and not see it as, or not know it as a Black Ops Cold War Battle Pass skin, you know, as a leak, I would just think it's from Mortal Kombat. Honestly, that's what it looks like. That's the best way I can describe it. It looks like something right out of Mortal Kombat, but at the same time, I'm accepting of that. I'm having a warm welcome, you know, open arms for that skin, because it looks amazing. Okay, it looks really good. Now, with all of the bundles that I have here in my folder, I could go on for however much time trying to explain and, you know, describe these bundles, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go through things that I can actually talk about and bring up points. So first of all, we have the TRACER pack as well. TRACERs are returning to the game, which is really awesome. The first one is going to be called the Bulldozer Operator Bundle, and this is going to be for the M16. Now, that is not something I'm too happy about or welcoming with open arms, because there's two ways that this can go. The M16 will either not get nerfed at all, and people who will just buy this bundle and spam the gun even more, or it will get nerfed and then less people will buy the bundle because it's been nerfed. And because we all know that Call of Duty is a business, they want to make as much money as they can, I doubt we will see a nerf to the M16 because of this bundle coming out. Now, it could come out a couple weeks after Season 1 as well. All this stuff is subject to change, whatever like that. I don't know when any of this stuff is going to release, but I'm just here for it whenever it does. So the next talking point that I want to discuss is going to be the MAC-11, the Striker, and the Groza all returning to the game. First thing, we're going to knock out the MAC-11. I think it's kind of weird that they're bringing in such a similar weapon to the Milano. Of course, that's like a mini Uzi type of weapon, and the MAC-11's different. I was hoping to see an MP40 maybe, a PPSH, although those are two weapons that will get a lot of people's hype. No one seems to be very excited for the MAC-11, so along the road throughout the year, through the months and everything like that, if the game ever gets stale and they need like a backup thing to chuck into the game and get talk about the game again, the PPSH or the MP40 would be one of the two best weapons they could add into the game to actually get talk about it. So I kind of see why that wasn't added. It's pretty underwhelming, but I'm still excited either way. Honestly, I'm just happy for new content, 3 new weapons, a lot of leaks as well. It's just looking to be a really exciting time for Call of Duty with Season 1 of Cold War. The next gun on the list is going to be the Groza. Now, this looks like a reskinned, remodeled version of the QBZ. I'm not too sure how these assault rifles would, you know, differentiate. Obviously, they'll perform differently, but how that's going to work out, I don't know. The weapons I've chosen to add in Season 1 is very interesting. Like, we've got the Milano, which is a mini Uzi, the MAC-11, which looks pretty similar to it. We've got the QBZ, or the Groza, looking like a reskinned, remodeled QBZ, and then the Striker, I can't remember what the name for it is, that's going to basically be a Striker predecessor. So for the replay value's sake, I really hope that throughout the seasons within Cold War's life cycle, we see some original weapons, like guns that aren't remastered or remaked and redesigned, reskinned from other games, like original new weapons, because there are a handful of fan favorites that they can just recycle and spew to us throughout the seasons that I would honestly even be happy with, like a PPSH and MP40 like I mentioned, but that'll just kind of get old soon. We've had those guns throughout so many games, and something new and fresh to use would be really awesome. Oh, and as for the Striker, I almost forgot, I don't really want to see that thing in the game. You guys know I hate shotguns. I hate the way that it's literally just going to be a secondary as well. Like, how AIDS is that going to be? People are going to be running around with an MP5, an M16, an AUG, and then they're just going to have the Striker shoved up their ass to pull out whenever they need to, you know, like, oh no, okay, let's move on. I don't want to talk about that. I've been going through some more leaks as well to add on to the video, because I really don't just want to be sitting here trying to like describe bundles and, you know, packs to you guys. So one thing that I've come across that's a little bit old, it's about, I don't know, about a week old I'd say, that's 2 new perks within the game, and we already know that K9 units as a streak might be coming in as well. There's a lot of things pointing towards that. And then second of all, 2 new perks have been found in the files. One appears to very obviously be lightweight, and then the other one I'm not too sure what that could be. I really do like the idea of having new perks and score streaks come throughout the game's life cycle, because it gives us more to look forward to than your typical new maps, you know, with obviously Warzone, new POIs and additions to that, new weapons, all that type of stuff. It's been the same for pretty much ever since DLC's been a thing, you know. We're actually getting something new. We're able to look forward to new streaks, new perks as well. Come on now, that's exciting, man. Lightweight is also in the Dead Silence and Ghost slot, so that's a perk 3. So you're either going to have Ninja and Lightweight, Ghost and Lightweight, all that type of stuff. You're going to have to switch between Ghost and Ninja and adding Lightweight in if it actually gives you enough pros to be able to switch one of those out. And as for the other perk, I don't know what it is, so I won't bother mentioning it. The next thing that I'm really excited to see, because I just like the idea of these, is the Season 1 starter pack, which comes with COD points, the battle pass itself, a typewriter weapon charm, which it most likely is. It doesn't look like an emblem, it looks more to be a weapon charm, and then a calling card, as well as a variation of the Adler skin, I believe. That's what it looks like to be. I'm not really too tuned in with certain characters and everything like that. I don't pay a lot of attention to it, but it does look like a variation of the Adler skin, which I'm really excited for, man. This is a lot of cool things they're adding into the game, you know. They're doing so much more than what Modern Warfare did in its first season. There's a lot of things that they're adding right away that Modern Warfare just didn't have, and I'm really, really excited for all of this content. Like, we're going to have weapons from Cold War and Warzone, we're going to have Cold War's Season 1 itself with possible new perks, all these new Mastercrafts, weapons, maps, modes. It's going to be insane, man, and that's basically all I have to talk about. Like I said, I could sit here for so long trying to describe these bundles to you and talking about them and trying to, you know, describe them and everything like that, but that's not really enjoyable. For your guys' sake of seeing them, I hope that the links I put in the description or in the pinned comment are actually available. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoy this type of commentary video where I cover leaks, talk about what's going on in the game, do let me know with leaving a like rating on the video, as well as dropping a comment saying you enjoyed it, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos when things come out. You know, I like doing these types of things, covering, talking, all that type of stuff. I really hope you guys went on to enjoy the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a great day, everybody, and I'm out.